this red carpet. She can autograph my pockets.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Seder Session Daytime News with your host, Amanda Dugas. Today, we're going to be interviewing some of our famous Greek philosophers, Socrates and Aristotle. Let's go to Jillian for our first exciting interview. Jillian?
Thank you, Amanda. Our first guest is Socrates. He lived from 470 to 399 BCE. He believed that interrogating people with annoying questions about life was the source of finding knowledge. Like, really? Why do you gotta question people? Is there a point to it? Or does it make you feel good because you know people can't answer all questions? Oops. I'm sorry. I'm starting to sound like Socrates. Lols. Anyways, this questioning was known as the Socratic method. And because of this questioning, people became angered at him and poisoned him. But here he is now.
Turn my swag on. Took a look in the mirror, said, what's up, what's up? Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh, I hopped up at the bed, turn my swag on.
Our dear philosopher, Socrates. Welcome, Socrates. We're going to start off with questions right away.
Is there a reason why you're starting off with questions?
How do you believe we achieve happiness?
People achieve happiness by believing they are righteous or doing the right thing. No one desires evil. And virtue is the utmost important aspect to achieve happiness. Virtue is our knowledge. Now, miss, do you think you have strong moral values?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because I just know I'm doing the right thing.
How do you know you are doing the right thing?
Because You're getting me off topic! Moving on. What makes a good education?
Questioning!
I notice.
We must question people. We must debate with others. And virtue also gives us knowledge.
What about schools? Don't you think students should be taught by teachers?
Let me ask you this. How do you know the teacher is teaching the right type of knowledge?
Stop answering my questions with your own questions! Sorry.
Recent polls have shown that a fifth of Americans cannot locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think that is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps. And I believe that our education, such as South Africa and the Iraq everywhere, that education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries so we'll be able to build up our future for our children. Why do you think no one desires evil?
Think about it. People only do wrong because they lack knowledge. Let's use you as an example of this.
Huh?
Do you think your actions are evil?
No, of course not.
But how do you know they are not evil?
Because I'm not doing anything wrong.
That's your opinion. Answer the question not using opinions. Why do you think your actions are not evil? Exactly! You lack knowledge. You don't know if your actions are right or wrong, but you still want to do good.
Last question, and then you can leave. Why did you choose the same prison and die? They gave you a chance to leave.
Have you ever been curious about dying? Like, what happens after death? Well, I'm curious about death and what happens after dying. Secondly, why should I leave the city when another city will get annoyed at me and kill me?
Well, you could.
And lastly, I'm an Athens fan! Go Athens! Woo! Gotta go cheer on my Bruce! Woohoo!
Now on to our last guest, Aristotle. Hopefully he isn't as annoying. Aristotle lived during the time of 384 to 322 BCE. He was a student of Plato and taught Alexander the Great. He believed self-realization was man's highest calling, and he wanted people to observe the world around them to gain knowledge. And here he is now! Aristotle!
Hello, ma'am. You know what I just realized? Everyone has these hairy lines above their eyes. I wonder. We might be related.
Great observation! Let's get started with questions. How do we achieve happiness?
Self-realization! You must find yourself in relation to the things around you. You must first develop your potential and then fulfill it.
What do you...
I hate speaking to children! In other words, Miss Ignorant Woman, happiness does not come from the things around you. It comes from who you are and what you do. It can only be achieved through practice.
Okay, so what you were saying is I should practice being happy.
No, you ignorant fool, no! Oh!
Look, I'm not very bright. I have blonde hair. Anyways, please continue. What makes a good education?
A good education means to make a person virtuous. Morality is only achieved through training and education by the state. We must teach these people by observation of the senses.
Is that why you were observing my face?
Maybe. Then, I also thought you looked a little cute.
Well, we only have time for 2 more questions. What does observing the world allow?
Well, my observations were of nature. Things like water, earth, fire, and air. I was able to gain knowledge from observing the things around me.
Interesting. And lastly, what is one main difference between your teacher, Plato, and you?
Plato believed that objects in the world have a more perfect form, but I believe that these forms are only within the objects.
Very, very interesting. Oh, and by the way, you said matter was made up of elements? Ah, you're wrong! Matter is made up of atoms! Now leave, you ignorant fool! Well, that's all we have time for. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. Next week, we'll be interviewing Lady Gaga about her wonderful hit, You and I. Bye, my monsters! Lols!
Hey, Miss Red Carpet, she can autograph my pockets. Anytime.
Think about it. People lack knowledge. Secondly, why should I leave the city when another city will get annoyed at me and kill me?
Well, you can. Awkward!
Still want to do good. Well, I've been curious about my death, and I'm not afraid of dying.
Amanda needs to go find Big Rock.
Breaking news. Amanda got a big rock.
Wait, I have big rocks all the time.
Francis, shut up.
In my-
All around them to gain knowledge. Happiness.
Self-realization!
I thought we were stopping.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
Well, just
Oops, I did it again. I gave you my heart, got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby.
This is not going on
oops,
bloopers.
You think I'm in love.
cut it.
She ain't got riches, but she got